Hello everybody, this is episode 21 of Let's Play Dofus. I'm Slothy Gaming, and today I finally got out of Gobble Set. Huzzah. I got this literally like several times a day. Somebody was walking up to me and it's like, you need to get out of Gobble Set. You're a level 80. You need to start, acting like a level 80. And what people didn't know is that I was actually buying other equipment, um, but just not the visible ones. Um, but that's not what this video is about. This is going to be a video, a tutorial on Eternal Harvest. So, I am currently in Canopy Village, which is a sub-area of Automai Island. I think I've already talked about how to get to Automai Island in a past video. I think it was the Sand Dungeon one. But to get to where I am currently, you either have to go to the middle of the forest and then climb a tree and then just keep going up for a really long time, or you can just own the Alliance area and just teleport here via Prism or Girl Pilot right here. There's also a zap down a few floors, which is how I get here every other time except for the first time. Alright, so you walk in here and you talk to Automai himself, this guy, and he gives you an Eternal Harvest, which is the longest quest in the game, and the reason it's worth doing, well, if you can do it, you get the Ochre Dofus, which is plus 1 AP, which is pretty good, but the reason I do it is for EXP. I'd say 1% of people that actually start the quest finish it. Probably less than that, to be perfectly honest. Not a lot of people end up finishing it just because it's very, very lengthy. The quest is that you have to soul every monster in the game. And then once you soul every monster in the game, you have to soul a bunch of dungeon bosses. And then after you soul all the dungeon bosses, you have to soul all the arch monsters in the game. And then you have to soul, what's that boss called? Giant Kralov. And once you soul Giant Kralov, you bring that soul back to him, he gives you an Ochre Dofus. That's how it works. Luckily, this is a very old quest, and as the game has updated and added more mobs and dungeons and things like that, the actual quest has stayed the same. So it's not every monster in the game now, it's more like half. Like, probably a little bit more than half, but not all of them. That would be so hard, so much harder, especially with, like, all the dimensions and things like that. It'd be really hard. But, my friend just did the achievement Too Many of These, where you literally just shatter a Bao Meow in the Crusher, because this game is horrifying. But anyway, so how the quest works is that you talk to this guy, he gives you the quest, and then you talk to his assistant, and she tells you to go and grab 20 souls. So they'll be in order from like weakest to strongest by level, usually, and she'll give you soul stones powerful enough to soul each one of those individually. But the great thing about the quest is that you can soul a bunch of different monsters in one soul stone. So that way, like, say, for like the first round, I think she has you get all 6 Peewees, right? And you can technically get all 6 of the Peewees in one soul stone, thus saving 5. So, like, I just dumped a lot of souls right now. I just updated it. And I shouldn't have 40 if I did it the way the quest kind of wants you to, but now I just have a ton left over. They're super helpful just to have because you can just soul arch monsters when you see them and then sell them to the people that are actually trying to do the quest. You can also soul dungeons, which you can use for like the Emerald Dofus quest, or you can fight them in the arena with friends to do drops and achievements and things like that. very, very helpful. There's really no downfall to doing this quest other than it's lengthy and it's a little bit slow at the beginning, but it gets much more interesting as you go on and on. I just turned it in a little while ago, and I got, I think, like 800,000 EXP, which is like half a level for me. And if I do it again, I'll get 1.2 million. Pretty good deal. And like I said earlier, you can soul as many things in the mob as the soulstone will let you. And also, if you don't know how to soul, refer to I did an entire souling video. So I think if you don't know how to soul, just refer to that. I think it was the haunted house video. But as you like soul everything, you might soul things that aren't on the list but will be later. So if you talk to her and she's like, okay, now get these 20. If you talk to her again, she'll check off all the ones that you actually already have sold. So I actually have all of these and these. And people who know a lot about the game know that this is going to be a pain for me because because my alliance doesn't own Doppel territory. But I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So yeah, that's Eternal Harvest. Some tips I have for you if you've never done it before is don't soul them one at a time. That's crazy. Try to get, look into the bestiary, which is right here. And if you go to the bestiary, you can see all the different monsters in an area. And try to get as many as possible in a fight in one soulstone, so that way you don't have to go back later and get them later. And you also just save soulstones. Super helpful. Another tip I have is if you are in a very annoying area, like for example, in the last one, I had to go to Pirate Boat. If you don't know how to get to Pirate Boat, it's on Moon Island. It requires you to have specific drops as well as 60 coconuts, and then you have to go through the Greedo vor-ridden forest, which aggro you, and you have to actually get there and then solve them once you're there. The whole process is a pain. Anybody could tell you that. And I just made sure that I sold everything over there, so I just won't have to go back later, because that'll be a pain. I mean, I'll have to go back to face Moon eventually, but that's later. I'm not worried about that. So yeah, I think that's just about all I have for you. For the question of the day, I would like to ask you, what is your least favorite Doppel to face? For me, it is Inutruck Doppel. I don't know why, it's just always been a struggle for me to kill it. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, or maybe Living Bag is overpowered. One of the two. Please leave your comment below. I've heard a lot of people saying Saker is stupid, especially if you're a close range character. And Faker never dies, things like that. So yeah, leave a comment. So until next time, comment a video you'd like to see. I'm down to doing anything. I'm kind of running out of video ideas, so I could really use your support on this one. And I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you very much.